Create custom formula columns in your job budget to further dig into your budget data. Custom formula columns allow you to calculate and report on insights on a cost item and cost group level. Let's walk through a few examples of budget columns that might be helpful to add. What if we want to see the commissions earned by our sales team for each cost item? This could help them see the benefit of upselling the customer on some higher priced items. Head to your job budget, and then we'll click the gear icon to open the budget view settings. Now scroll to the bottom and click Add Formula Column. Here we'll enter a name for the column. This will display as the column header in your budget. Then choose the type of column. This determines how the result of the formula will appear in the column. In this case, we're going to choose currency, so we'll display the amount the salespeople will earn. Now we can build out the formula. Let's reference the profit for each item, multiplied by the commission percentage of the profit. We'll do 15%. Now this is a helpful formula when we're building our estimate. However, if we're tracking commission later in the project, after the estimating phase, we would want to reference the projected profit from this job. Now, when you're ready, click Save, and you'll see the custom formula column listed in your budget view settings. You can also edit the formula at any time. Feel free to click and drag the double arrows to reorder the column in your budget. Let's check out another use case. Maybe we want to calculate the percent cost to complete, which would be the variance between the projected cost and the actual cost on the job. Let's click Add Formula Column. Then we can begin building our formula. We'll name it percent cost to complete, and then we'll choose the type of percentage. The formula will divide the actual cost by the projected cost. Now click Save, and then we can move the column where we'd like it to be. Now don't forget to save your view as well to lock in your changes. Let's do one more example. We may want to see the cost or price per square foot for each cost item, and more importantly, for the cost groups and the budget altogether. In order to do this, we would need to reference either a job parameter or a job custom field that indicates the total square footage for the project. First, let's make sure that we have a job parameter to store that information. Click on the parameter button above the budget. I can create one called square feet, and then I can enter the total square footage for the job. Now, parameters can be used during project takeoff while measuring plans and calculating material quantities. However, if you're not choosing to use parameters for your jobs, you can alternatively just create a job custom field to store the information. So if I head back to my job dashboard here, I can add the total square footage right here on my job dashboard in the custom field. Now that we have stored the square footage on the job, we can reference this amount in our custom formula column. Let's head to create another formula column in our budget view settings. Now we'll add in the name, and for this one, I'll do price per square foot. And then I will select my currency type. Now I can write the formula. Since I want to see this during my estimating phase, I will use the extended price. And then I'll divide that by the total square feet for the job, which I will reference by either pulling in my parameter or my job custom field. Now, when you like what you have, save your formula and move the column to where you'd like to see it on your budget. Now remember, whenever you create a custom column and save it to your budget view, the column will also be available within that view in each job, so you don't need to recreate it for every job you do. If you have any questions, please contact your success manager or email support@jobtread.com.